Hello everyone. In the previous lecture, we have completed the theoretical concepts of Henry's law. Now we are heading towards the numerical section of Henry's law. Let's proceed. We are starting with example 2.4 of your text. Question says, if nitrogen gases bubble through water at 293 Kelvin, how many millimoles of nitrogen gas would dissolve in 1 liter of water? Okay, so what data are given to us? Nitrogen exerts a partial pressure of 0.987 bar. That means partial pressure is given to us 0.987 bar. Partial pressure of nitrogen. Henry's law constant means KH value. KH was our Henry's constant. Okay. Henry's law constant is given 76.48 kilobar. See, this is given in bar and this is in kilobar. So we need to convert. Okay. We'll convert it into bar. So let's first put up the values. Okay. So according to the question, partial pressure is given. We have put up Pn2 is equals to 0.987 bar. Henry's constant is given to us 76.48 kilobar. Kilobar means 10 raised to 3 bar. Okay. On converting it to significant figures, we get 7.648 into 10 raised to 4 bar. Alright. Now we know formula of Henry's law, or the equation that we derived. Pn2 is equals to Kh into X. P is equals to Kh into X, right? So Pn2 is equals to Kh into Xn2. We are having partial pressure of nitrogen. We are having the value of Henry's constant. We need to find now mole fraction. Okay. So putting up the values, Pn2 is 0.987 and Kh is 7.648 to 10 raised to 4. The mole fraction of N2 will be partial pressure upon Kh. Putting up the values, 0.987 bar upon 7.648 into 10 raised to 4 bar. Answer comes up to be 1.29 into 10 raised to minus 5. Alright, this now here we have got what? Mole fraction of nitrogen. We are asked millimoles. So for millimoles we need to find moles, and from moles we will now convert it to millimoles. So first step of our sum is completed, that is finding the mole fraction of nitrogen gas. Mole fraction of nitrogen is number of moles of nitrogen upon total of both nitrogen and water. Okay. Small n stands number of moles of nitrogen and capital N resembles number of moles of solvent, that is water. Now number of moles of water, we are given 1 liter, right? 1 liter, so 1000. Okay, 1000 upon 18. Density is not mentioned, so we will take it as 1. Alright, so it is 1000 upon 18, and we get number of moles of water as 55.55 moles. Now a number of moles of nitrogen were 1.29 into 10 raised to minus 5, right? Number of moles of water are 55.55, so it is very huge. So number of moles of nitrogen are very less as compared to total number of moles of water. So number of moles of nitrogen can be neglected in comparison to number of moles of water. So mole fraction of nitrogen, instead of taking the total, we ought to take only number of moles of water. Alright, so we will simplify it. Putting up the values of mole fraction, we got 1.29 10 raised to minus 5. Number of moles of nitrogen upon 55.55. So total number of moles of nitrogen sums up to be 71.659 into 10 raised to minus 5 on multiplying both these terms. Okay. Here we have got moles. Converting it to significant figures. On converting it to significant figures, we get 7.166 into 10 raised to minus 4 moles. Now question we are asked is in millimoles. So we'll convert moles to millimoles. Now moles to millimoles, multiply by 10 raised to 3. And you get your final answer. Number of moles are 7.166 into 10 raised to minus 1. So total number of moles of nitrogen is 0.7166 millimoles. Alright. So here is the sum completed. Next here we are proceeding it with our in-text question 2.6. Let's read the question first. H2S, which is a toxic gas with rotten egg-like smell, it is used for qualitative analysis of if this qualitative analysis, if the solubility of H2S in water at STP is 0.195 molal, means small m is given. So this many moles are dissolved in 1 kg of solvent. Alright. Nothing else is given to us. Only molal value is given. How much? 0.195 molal. In molality means it is given in 1 kg of solvent as per definition. Right. So from one value we have to reach up to Henry's law constant, that is the KH value. Now we are having molal. Okay, 0.195. So from molal we can go to find number of moles, and from number of moles we can go to mole fraction, and putting the value of mole fraction in the Henry's law formula we can reach up to, yes, Henry's constant. And STP we are given, right? We know pressure at STP is 0.987 bar. Alright, so let's continue with the sum. What are we given? Solubility of H2S in water is 0.195 molal at STP, and you are asked Henry's constant. So data first we have mentioned. Now 0.195 molal resembles 0.195 moles in 1 kg of solvent. So what is number of moles? Number of moles of water now. The 1 kg of solvent means 1000 grams. So number of moles of water is 55.55, and number of moles of H2S is given to us 0.195. So mole fraction now we can calculate of H2S. Yes, number of moles of H2S upon total number of moles of both H2S plus H2O. Putting the values we get the answer as mole fraction of H2S as 0.00349. Converting it to significant, 0.0035. Alright, rounding off. Now pressure at STP is given to us. How much is the pressure at STP? 0.987 bar. Okay, so pressure is given to us. We have mole fraction. Can we calculate Henry's constant? Yes, we can. So P is equals to KH into X. Putting up the values now, we are having pressure 0.987. We are having mole fraction. Okay, and now we can calculate Henry's constant. So on putting up the values of pressure and mole fraction, we get Henry's constant to be 282 bar. Understood? Next is our in-text question 2.7. Let's read out the question first. Henry's law constant for CO2 in water means our gas is now carbon dioxide. Solvent is water, and Henry's law constant means KH value is given to us. 1.68 in 10 raised to 8 Pascal. You are given values in Pascal. Okay. Calculate the quantity of CO2 in 500 ml of soda water. Volume is given. How much? 500 ml. When packed under 2.5 atmosphere, means the solution is packed under which atmospheric pressure? 2.5 atmospheric pressure. And Henry's law constant you are having it in Pascal. Okay, so we need to convert it to atmosphere, right? So our first step will be converting it to atmosphere. Under 2.5 atmosphere, CO2 pressure at 298 Kelvin temperature is given, but that is none of our concern. We are having the values of Henry's constant, we are given the volume, and we are given pressure in atmosphere. 2.5 atmospheric pressure. Alright, so let's proceed. So on mentioning the data, KH is given 1.67 in 10 raised to 8 Pascal. Amount of CO2 we need to find. Volume is given 500 ml of soda water. Pressure we are given 2.5 atmospheric pressure, and temperature is 298 Kelvin. Now according to Henry's law we know P is equals to KH into X, and KH value is given in Pascal. We need to convert it to atmosphere because we are having pressure in atmosphere, right? So we'll first convert it into atmosphere. So 1 atmosphere is 1.01325 into 10 raised to 5 Pascal. You can also take 1.013, okay, into 10 raised to 5 Pascal. So what value we are having? 1.67 into 10 raised to 8 Pascal. So that sums up to how many atmospheric pressure? Just simple cross multiplication, and you get your answer to be 1.648 into 10 raised to 3 atmospheric pressure. Okay, now you are having KH, you are having pressure. Putting up the value and calculating the mole fraction. P is equals to KH into X. So X will be P by KH. What is pressure? 2.5 atmosphere. And what is KH? 1.648 into 10 raised to 3 atmosphere. Calculating it, mole fraction comes up to be 1.52 into 10 raised to minus 3. Sum is not yet over. We need to calculate it in 500 ml of soda water, right? We have just reached up to mole fraction of carbon dioxide. That is 1.52 into 10 raised to minus 3. So from mole fraction, we will reach to number of moles of carbon dioxide, right? So what is mole fraction of carbon dioxide? Number of moles of carbon dioxide upon total number of moles of carbon dioxide plus water. Now how to calculate number of moles of water? We are given na 500 ml of soda water. So we'll take it 500. Density is not mentioned, so we'll keep it as 1. So 500 by molecular mass of water, that is 18. How many moles? 27.78 moles. Number of moles of water sums up to be 27.78 moles. Now if we compare, the mole fraction is 1.5 to 10 raised to minus 3 and number of moles of water are 27.78. So from the mole fraction value, we can clearly say that number of moles of carbon dioxide are very less as compared to number of moles of water. So we can neglect it. Okay, so number of moles of carbon dioxide can be neglected in comparison to number of moles of water. So mole fraction of carbon dioxide will be nothing but number of moles of carbon dioxide upon number of moles of water. Instead of this total, we will take only water. Okay, so putting up the values of mole fraction and number of moles of water, we will reach up to number of moles of carbon dioxide. Answer is 0.0422 moles. We have now reached to number of moles of carbon dioxide. We need to find now amount of carbon dioxide. So number of moles of carbon dioxide is mass upon molecular mass. So mass of carbon dioxide will be number of moles into molecular mass. Now molecular mass of carbon dioxide, we know it's 44 gram per mole. So multiplying it into 44, number of moles into 44, we get our answer in grams, that is 1.854 grams, and this completes our sum. We have calculated the amount of carbon dioxide which is dissolved in 500 ml of water. Next is our exercise 2.13, Henry's law sum. The partial, let's read out the question. The partial pressure of ethane over a solution contains 6.56 into 10 raised to minus 3 grams of ethane is 1 bar. Means partial pressure, grams you are having, and partial pressure. Next part of the question is, if the solution contains 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 grams of ethane, then what shall be the partial pressure of gas? Means you are having two cases. Okay, in case number 1, you are given mass and you are given the pressure. So from this you will reach to Henry's constant. Fetching the value of Henry's constant, you will proceed to our case number 2. Okay, case number 2, you are having the mass, you are having the Henry's constant, and you will calculate the partial pressure of the gas. Alright, let's proceed. So what data are given to us? Partial pressure of ethane over saturated solution. I mentioned mass is 6.56 in 10 raised to minus 2 grams. Pressure is given 1 bar. Henry's constant we don't know. So according to Henry's constant, Henry's law, so you can use this relationship. Mass, when mass is given, you will take directly mass. Mass is equals to kh into pressure. There is Henry's constant into pressure. So putting up mass we are having, pressure we are having, we just need to calculate Henry's constant. So mass is 6.56 10 raised to minus 2 kh into pressure, that is 1 bar. Kh comes up to be 6.56 into 10 raised to minus 2. We have got the value of Henry's constant. Now we will apply this value in our second part of the question. So second part of the question says 5 mass is given, 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 gram. You need to calculate pressure. Now we have calculated Henry's constant above. Okay, so we'll just put it. So mass is equals to kh into p, that is 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 is equals to kh is Henry's constant into pressure, and there you will get your pressure in bar, 0.762 bar. Alright. So that was all regarding the numerical section of Henry's law. I hope you all have understood it very well. Do practice the sums, alright, and stay tuned for more updates. Do press the like and the subscribe button. See ya for the next lecture.